Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright,
How good is Sergio Reguilon? If you're looking for cheap, good quality football jerseys, then go over to www.jerseyfever.com to get the new season's jerseys from just $25, and they even have retro jerseys as well. Click the link in the description and use the code ATLANTISFOOTBALL for 5% off. So after Sevilla's Europa League victory a few weeks back, one of the stars of their campaign, Sergio Reguilon, has been heavily linked with a move away from Real Madrid, who he was on loan from while at Sevilla last season. Of recent, Manchester United have been the club most heavily linked with him, but what type of fullback is Reguilon? The Spanish left-back is 23 years old and has 3 years left on his current contract at Real Madrid, and would probably be attainable for a fee in the region of £25 million. Reguilon is an offensive fullback, and in Lopetegui's 4-3-3 shape last season, he was given a licence to push forward down the left flank, being positioned as high as a winger when Sevilla had possession. On the left flank, he's excellent at progressing the ball forward into the final third using his dribbling ability. He can look a little clumsy on the ball, not being as fluid a dribbler as Fernandes or Reece James, but he's still a very good dribbler, able to shift the ball quickly from one side to the other, before using his acceleration to motor past the opposition player. This dribbling ability can be seen in La Liga last season, as he completed 1.7 dribbles per 90 minutes, the fifth most of any fullback in the league, behind only Ferland Mendy, Nelson Semedo, Pervis Estupiñán and Ander Kappa. This would be a valuable asset for United to have in a fullback, as currently neither Wan-Bissaka or Shaw can be considered top level dribblers. Having Reguilon at fullback, United would have a greater ability to progress the ball from the defensive to the middle third to bypass the opposition's press, allowing them to move up the pitch quickly and progressing the ball from the middle to the final third as well, which is something that United struggle with when the opposition drops into a deep, compact defensive unit. This was evident towards the back end of the season in games against Chelsea and West Ham, and you can see my analysis of those games in my Manchester United analysis playlist, which will be linked in the description below and in the playlist section on my channel. Reguilon's interplay down the left channel is also a massive part of his game. We saw this against Manchester United in the Europa League semi-final. He has the ability to play quick passes with the left-sided attacker and the left-sided central midfielder before making an overlapping run if the wide attacker moves in field, or an underlapping run if he stays wide and stretches the pitch. This was the exact movement we saw him make against Manchester United for Sevilla's first goal, making a dynamic underlapping run into the space that opened up in United's back line. When he gets into the final third, he also has the chance creating ability that is needed from a top level fullback. Last season in La Liga, he created 1.5 key passes per 90 minutes, which was the fourth most of any fullback in the league. This comes from his top level low crossing ability when he gets in behind the opposition back line and has the composure and weight of pass to slide a ball across the 6-yard box, which he did for Suso's goal in the Europa League semi-final. Compare his chance creating metrics to United's fullbacks and we can see how much for creative improvement Reguilon would be on Shaw, who has 1.1 key passes per 90 minutes, whilst Wan-Bissaka completed just 0.6 key passes per 90, which is extremely underwhelming for a right back at a top 4 club. Despite being an excellent offensive fullback, Reguilon isn't let down by his defensive ability. He is a good one-on-one defender, having a tackle to dribble pass ratio of 46%, ranking in the 63rd percentile when compared to every fullback in Europe's top 5 leagues. He's also a front foot defender, making 1.9 interceptions per 90 when adjusted for possession, ranking in the 83rd percentile, as well as making 1.65 tackles per 90, which ranked in the 81st percentile as well. I wouldn't say he's a top level defender just yet. I think he may have off games, particularly if left isolated against a top level wide attacker like a Mahrez or a Salah. However, there aren't many fullbacks under 23 who are as good going forward and when defending as Reguilon is. When we compare his statistical model to Luke Shaw's, we can see the improvement Reguilon would bring. Reguilon ranks in the 85th percentile for expected assists with 0.13 per 90 minutes, whereas Shaw ranks in the 43rd percentile with 0.07 per 90 minutes. They do rank quite similarly for their defensive metrics, which isn't surprising as Shaw is a very good defensive fullback, both positionally and in terms of one-on-one defending. I think Reguilon is a better front foot defender, as seen as he makes more interceptions with his 1.9 per 90 compared to Luke Shaw's 1.49 per 90, which suggests that Reguilon is more suited to an aggressive pressing style of play than Shaw is, as he has the ability to read the game, anticipate a pass into his wide attacker and move to intercept it, allowing his team to win the ball back high up the pitch. Shaw does fare pretty well when it comes to passes into the final third and dribbles completed, but I think Reguilon's chance creating ability is what makes him the better offensive fullback. This also brings greater versatility, as Reguilon is a lot more suited to playing as a wingback in Solskjaer's 5-2-3 shape that he often likes to deploy in big games. Shaw could play as a left-sided centre-back in a back three, which would give United a very good defensive and offensive base down their left side of that system. So how would I rate Reguilon? Well, in terms of current ability, I'd give him a 7, just inside the Champions League class bracket, but for comparison, I would give Shaw a 6.7 for current ability. However, I do think Reguilon will improve massively over the next few seasons, whereas I think Shaw will stagnate. This is why I give Reguilon an 8.2 for potential ability inside the world class bracket. So would Reguilon be a good signing for Manchester United? Yes, I think he'd be an excellent signing, even though I did suggest someone else for my left back position in my Who Manchester United Should Sign video, which will be linked in the description below. I think Reguilon would be just as good a signing. His offensive ability would give United one of the best left side attacks in the league, with Reguilon's dynamic runs ahead of the forward line, whether that's under or overlapping, combined with Rashford, Pogba and Fernandes' top level interplay, vision and creative ability, giving United a potent left side. He is an absolute bargain at £25 million, considering Chelsea just paid £45 million for Chilwell, who is the same age and not as good in my opinion. If United can get this deal over the line, it would be one of the signings of the summer. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel and click the bell, and for cheap football jerseys, click the link in the description below and use the code ATLANTISFOOTBALL for 5% off.